Well, we've been a week now on our Twitter pages, and I hope a lot of you have not only set them up, but begun to follow people and be followed. I'd like for you to make sure that you're researching different people to follow. I'd probably look at three different categories. First category I'd look at is some sort of an interest group for you, something that's fun. You know, for me and my family, we do a lot of camping, so we began to search for people who either backpack or do outdoor activities like camp, like we like to do. You might also want to look at some sort of geographic group of people to look at. I live in Sugar Land, so I started to do some search under the Find People button of people who live in Sugar Land, and found some people that I could follow. I also did some business search, and you know, I found Nick. I love the stuff that she puts out there. She has so many great ideas. And then this week I found a guy named the Big Idea Guy, and then another one called the 5 Foot High Marketing Guy. And they give me a lot of information, so I follow them, and I've even saved some of the things that they've said under the favorites on Twitter, and you can do that too. I've retweeted some things, especially from Nick. I put a lot of stuff out there about her. You might, if you want to, retweet information on your geographic people, right? In other words, getting information out about your specific area. Or you could then begin to reply to people. So when they put information out, then you could reply specifically to them and ask them questions about what it is they put out there. For example, this past week, Stefan Swanepoel, who I followed through Real Trends, put that he had talked to Bob Hale, who's the CEO of HAR, and he said, I had a phone conversation with Bob Hale. So I replied to Stefan Swanepoel about that and said, well, what did you talk about? Because I really wanted to know. I mean, those are two leading people in our industry, and I wanted to know what they were talking about. I'm now looking at things to actually initiate my own tweets. I'm looking for interesting information about my neighborhoods. For example, I put out information every week now about what's going on in Sugar Land. You might put some stuff out there about your specific neighborhood, or even your HOA may have information of garage sales or whatever, but that's interesting information of the people who are living in the same area that you want to, or interesting information about those activities that you like to do. And then finally, if you're putting information about yourself out there and it's good stuff that people might want to look at, then you can begin to promote yourself. Put information in about your open house, or put information in about the $8,000 first-time buyer credit, or about how good the market is in your particular area, especially here in Sugar Land and Houston overall. So now you've got some tasks to do on your Twitter page. Find people that you want to follow, split them into three different groups: your special interest group, your geographic area that you're interested in, and some other business groups that you're going to follow who can give you information about how to market real estate or whatever it is that you want. Retweet people, reply to people, and then get some interesting information out on generating tweets on your own, so about your neighborhood or about your special group that you do. And then finally, promote yourself and have fun doing it. Enjoy using your Twitter account and watch what begins to happen. People will understand that you love your job because you're being authentic out there. I'm really proud of you guys in the way that you've grabbed onto this social media marketing. Now let's get out there and see what we can do. And oh, by the way, just to get you some realness on it, I had a conversation with Brandon today, who picked up a buyer off of his business Facebook page. So way to go, Brandon, and here's to the rest of you. Have a great weekend and a great week ahead.